So, today I wanted to talk about a show that I started watching and I finished within a week, actually. I started watching a whole bunch of anime recently, and it was inspired actually by, well, first of all, it's just becoming like way more popular. I'm starting to change a lot of my perspectives on things around anime, like personal reasons as for why like growing up and everything like that, why I didn't watch Naruto and stuff like that, and now I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let me check these out. Change my perspective on how I'm looking at them, as opposed to like when I was a teenager, and deciding how to do that. But yeah, I was mainly inspired by Susan Storm, who is the founder, or yeah, I think the proper term for it is founder of psychologyjunkie.com. She has a whole bunch of amazing articles on that page. You should go check it out. And she also has a great test on there. Like when I say great, I usually hate online tests, but Susan Storm's test is pretty good. And like I said, I don't think that any test is perfect, especially as a personality profiler. I always think that's the most accurate way to assess your type, but it's a great way to start off and see, like, okay, have an idea of what type you might be, and then work from there and learn about the functions. But anyway, on psychologyjunkie.com, Susan Storm has an article where she talks about 10 ENFJ anime characters. And one of the characters that she talked about on there was Tanjiro Kamado from Demon Slayer. So I started watching the show last week and I finished it this week, and it was beautiful. I fully agree with Susan Storm that yes, he is an ENFJ, and it's nice to be able to see his development, like, from the beginning of the show where he pretty much didn't really, like, it didn't seem like he had like much growth or depth in his NI, and but you could see his FE warmth and how much like of a model he was to everyone around him, especially his family, and most importantly, how much his bond, like how important his bonds were to him, and how like hard that drove him to be able to do a whole bunch of different things that we see throughout the season. If anything, the show, I think that it could be wrapped up, like the motto or the slogan or the lesson, the moral lesson or whatever, could be wrapped up in maybe like two different things. All humans are your family, and the second thing is every demon has a past slash story. So the reason why I'd say that they talk about like every demon has a past slash a story is because pretty much, not really too much of a spoiler, it's just how the show starts off, or the plot of the show. So it's in the pilot. Tanjiro is pretty much driven throughout the whole entire show to save his sister, because what had happened was his family gets attacked while he's away grocery shopping in the town, and when he comes back, his family's attacked by demons, and all of them are killed, slaughtered, except for one, which is his younger sister, Nezuko. And he swears to protect her, but as he's like trying to drag her somewhere to get her help, she comes back to life real quick, and she attacks him actually. And then that's when he realizes that, oh shoot, she's been converted into a demon, but he still sees her as his sister. And then even there comes a point where a demon slayer tries to protect him and like kill her, but then he gets in the demon slayer's way. I believe the demon slayer is an ISTP, so he's just really like, he's incredibly skilled, but he, and of course inferior FE, he looks at Tanjiro like, yo, you weakling, how are you allowing things like bonds to keep you from being able to be able to like do the most logical thing, which is kill the demon. That is not your sister no more, kill it, kind of thing. But Tanjiro, like, FE and I has this hope for his sister, like, no, I can do the impossible, I can find a way to heal her, and I don't think that she's going to attack me or any other human being anymore, etc. If I say any of these names wrong, forgive me. I watched it before the dubbed version came out, which is now going to be on December 22nd. but it is what it is. Lo and behold, she does actually, protect Tanjiro, and you can sense that there is a bond between them that even the ISTP, Tomiyako, he pretty much notices, like, dang, there's something different about these two. And if anybody can do the impossible, I guess it's them. And there, throughout the whole entire show, you see that he's trying to pretty much bring his sister back into human form. And through that, he runs into a whole bunch of other demons as well. And as he's running into all of these other demons, then, he's seeing how, like, yeah, there are treacherous ones, but then there are also those who were just converted, just like how his sister was. And they were once human, just like him. And, a lot of them were forced to do things. And so I feel like it's just a very ENFJ concept in general, to just look at, not actual demons, but, like those people, like, those coworkers at your job, or, those people, your family members, whatever it might be, and be like, dang, like, you're such a jerk. you're so evil. You're so this, you're so that. You are a demon. You're a spawn of Satan. Yet, I feel like obviously something had to have caused you to become this way. You weren't just born this callous, monstrous person, like something caused you to be this way. And so therefore, I want to figure out what that may have been. And a lot of times, that allows you to like have like empathy and compassion for such a person. And so I think that that's where the whole show like kind of like revolves. It shows a lot about how, these killing monstrous demons, how they became what they were. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And Tanjiro is like the perfect candidate to be able to see past that, and even set a lot of them free. So I think that another interesting thing about Tanjiro is that he literally views his bonds with other people as like his lifeblood and like pretty much his family. So like I said, one of the ways that this whole show could be wrapped up, or one of the moral lessons / slogans, is that all humans are your family. And that's exactly the type of philosophy that not only Tanjiro has, but even Nezuko, his now demon sister. She does not attack humans. She has learned to view them all as family, and so she protects them. And when you see certain people as family, then all of a sudden you have more empathy for them. It's like, what? A lot of people is like, I don't care if that's my dad. I don't care if that person is this way or that way. Like, that's my father. I have some type of deep connection with them, and so therefore I'm going to hold more empathy, more patience, more space for that person. And I found that to be very admirable within the show. Tanjiro is also very keen to the scent of dynamics and tension. He has a very strong sense of smell, and throughout the whole entire show you see this. Like, he senses blood, and he smells, he smells when demons are around and stuff like that. But one of the most fascinating things to me was a scene where he came across a demon, and spoiler alert, he came across one of the demons who was like pretty much attacking his sister. The demon was attacking his own sister, and Tanjiro called out the demon, which, by the way, I believe that this demon was also an ISTP, so that FE inferior. He was trying to get, FEs usually are, FE is the ISTP's aspirational function. So it seemed like he was trying to get that dynamic. He admired certain dynamics, but he didn't really know how to create them because he was too heady, too much TI. And so he's thinking of things like, I've created this whole family around me. Like, this is the TI framework of how families are supposed to work and everything. The father plays his role, the mother plays his role, the sister plays her role, stuff like that. And he was just approaching it from a very logical standpoint to try to create this FE thing. So clearly, like, he had like a very immature, underdeveloped way of viewing dynamics and family. And Tanjiro called him out for it. So after that, the demon got pretty upset, but then it's just funny because, again, spoiler alert, Tanjiro ended up like saving himself and his sister through that very same bond. And that's kind of like, what encouraged Tanjiro to be able to become as strong as he did. Like he was motivated by his bond and his drive to protect his sister, and his sister was also motivated by that very same bond and drive to protect Tanjiro. And I thought that was just a very beautiful moment of what happened there. Lastly, Tanjiro is also often described as using his head, and he sees the bigger flow of battle. There's another character on there named Inosuke. He wears a boar head mask and everything, and he is, in my opinion, ESTP and pure SE. Like, this man is just on fire with the movement, how quick his reflexes are, aggression, assertiveness, like all of that. But he has very little regard for the future. But in sharing the same functions with Tanjiro, then you get to see how when they work together to be able to defeat the headless demon, Inosuke even gets to see, like, wow, this is the, in MBTI terms, like, whoa, this is the magic of FE and I. when you really put SE and NI together, then you're able to really like see the whole overall flow of the battle and be able to use that timing to be able to attack precisely. And I think that's very big. That's a very big thing, actually, because a huge thing about NI and SE, in my opinion, is timing. And I talk about this in my cognitive function polarities video. If you haven't seen that, then you can go and check that out for the perceiving polarities. But yes, I think that since SE is all about being in the moment and taking action and everything, I think that NI, being the flip side or the other coin, like the flip side of the coin, is all about like patience, watching the flow of things, looking for the currents and everything. And then if you really have your NI and your SE developed well, then you are great at being able to find that perfect timing to be able to attack, to be able to make a move, to be able to do whatever, because you've been watching the pattern of things, and so now you know just exactly when to jump in. So yeah, that's just my short spiel on why I believe that Tanjiro Kamado is an ENFJ and that the show is pretty awesome. It's an overall ENFJ show. I highly recommend it. You guys can go watch it right now. It's on Hulu. Or, and if you want to wait until December 22nd, 3 a.m., I believe, that's when they release the dubbed version. So when they actually speak in English, that way you don't have to read the subtitles and everything like that. But it's about 30, no, not even 30. It's 26 episodes. So it goes by really quickly. Each episode is like 16 minutes because of the you know how animes are, or in case if you don't know how animes are, the beginning and the end, like the theme songs and everything, are like pretty much 5 minutes altogether. So yeah, it's a very fast watch, and I think that it's really interesting, and I might be doing more of these. If y'all let me know some suggestions, then I can go ahead and do that, especially if I don't get flagged for all of the copyright stuff that I placed in this video. Then yeah, I just as may as be able to put on some more, just like kind of what I did for the celebrity typing videos that I posted a while back on my Instagram page. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Check out the series, and yep, done.